Going on to you, Taurus out here. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and then you have the Scorpio energy for you, Taurus. It wouldn't be a Taurus video if Scorpio did not make a cameo appearance. So for you, Taurus, right? Um, a lot of you, Taurus, basically stepping your game up, but you already know somebody trying to come back to you, somebody trying to leave the door open, trying to get in good with your good graces again, and you, Taurus, are not listening. The Six of Swords is them trying to get their foot back in. So here they are trying to, appease you and make sure that, you, Taurus, understand that they do like you and all this stuff, but it's too late. The Ace of Pentacles represents you have been liberated from their nonsense, you know, and then you have the Scorpio energy. It's done. And this is what it is that I was saying. The worst thing that a person can do, like a lot of people will say that I'm tripping, but it really is the truth. One of the best ways, one of the best ways to get rid of a person who's parasitic in your life is to stop having like a connection to them, you know, stop having a connection to them, right? We be having a phone numbers and like keeping them up on our social media. We need to disconnect from these people because the connection, the relation in on itself, no matter if you're in a romantic relationship or not, your connection with them in on itself is dysfunctional. They are always, that's how they get you. They will always get you from the connection. So if you kicking it with them and you hanging out with them and la 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 blah, blah 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 whatever, right? That connection is what will also wear on you because every time they engage with you, right? They'll freeze you out, act like you don't exist, da 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 da. And this is what I was trying to say about ripping the band-aid off, right? A lot of the times we'll be thinking to ourselves, well, how come this person this? How come this person that? Right? It's like, do you still have connection with the person? Yeah, that's part of the problem. You got to get rid of them. You got to literally put it away. You got to literally end it. You have to go to another location and bury that box and forget where it is that you put it, and bury it deep and forget where it is that you put it. I mean, that's where the connection is. You got to get rid of the connection because they're getting at you, Taurus, from your connection with them, from you being connected in relationships with them. That's how it is that they getting at you. Even if the two of you are not in a relationship from the perspective of like together, no matter what connection that they have, even if the two of you are in limbo, they're using the silence, right, to get at you because it's, oh, I need you to feel this. I need you to do this. I need you to. And it's like, okay, fine. It is what it is. And the thing is that the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords speaks to how. So you need to watch out because some of you, Taurus, may be trying to get to know other people, but you may have to watch how it is that you approach other people because the reason why is because you're in a situation where you, Taurus, will end up treating people like trash and doing to them what has been done to you. That's one of the best things that a person who's trying to run game on you. That's one of the things that they want to see. It's not about you. It's not about them doing. It's not about only. It is about that, but it's not just about them only doing it to you. And I've talked about this before. You have to like it and then help them do it to other people too, right? This is where it is that you get like one person thinks for the group, all this other stuff, right? This is where it is that you get the a group like mentality and everything like that, where one person is the king or queen and then everybody else basically follows up behind the leader and stuff like this. And they want you to have that cult like mentality. That's how it is that you get cults. They want you to have that kind of mentality, right? And them controlling you, them eating your personality, them influencing your personality from the outside in, right? Your internal force is fighting up against their outside influence, but they're trying to use enough outside influence and dysfunction and sadomasochism to unfortunately brutalize you and treat you like trash so that you'll give in and you'll break and you'll allow them to influence you from the outside internally. So now your insides of who you are has been broken. You've been voided, right? And then now you have to, or at least silence where the real you has gone dormant. And then now you have to figure out who you are in order to get up on out of that. So this is why it is I was saying that they getting at you from the connections. But why that's so infectious is because of the fact that people who often allow themselves to break will often take on the same kind of interactions the way that the person who is doing it to you have. So it's like they want to do it along with other people. This is why it is that you got to separate yourself from that, right? And I've talked about this before. You don't understand, like people, this is why I don't get into the game, because the chariot, because of the chariot card. You don't understand that the only way to make people behave, right, is to treat them like trash, because they're treating you like trash. You've seen those type of interactions. But what you're not paying attention to, my dear Taurus, is that if you engage in such kind of interactions like that, what actually happens is you have to treat them like trash constantly. So what's going on is you end up being the one that's sadomasochistic and wants to disrespect them and treat them like trash. And you didn't even initially start out like this. But if they're fronting like the only way that they'll understand is if you gotta like do something foul to them or whatever the case may be, or like something that may hurt their feelings and stuff like that a little bit, that's a problem. And you need to watch that, right? You need to watch that, because sooner or later you're gonna be the one that's gonna end up doing it, and then they're gonna play a victim. This is where you get the people who find themselves in court, and then the next thing you know, the person is like, oh, this person did, on either side. And it's like, oh, this person did that to me. And technically they're right, because they did do it, you know? So the Three of Wands and the Six of Pentacles represent, again, get away from those people. Understand that there's a big, broad world for you, Taurus, to explore. Don't worry about these goofies in the past trying to appease themselves to you and all this stuff, and then now you end up here where it's like you feel like you got to be guarded 24/7. You live your life and you have fun living your life and explore, like I said before. But when I say explore, I'm talking about find out who is a good match for you as far as a relationship. Since you want a relationship, find out who is a good match for you relationally, right? Relationship wise. And then you have the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, right? So the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles is someone that obviously you feel cool hanging around next to. It's not a problem every time you hang out with them. They got an issue. They got to try to get at you. You know what I mean? Every time they give you issues, it's a problem or whatever. They're not like setting you up for something, you know? It's let's hang out. They're not setting you up for anything whatsoever. And that's what it is that I'm trying to say, right? It should feel like even though you Taurus have options, you want to hang out with these people. You want to find out a little bit more, you know. You know, there's a little bit more or whatnot, you know, about someone to know. So, but forget about anybody that you've known in the past. That's finished. You ain't got to worry about that. So let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Six of Michael, Two of Michael, the World card, the King of Gabriel, and then you have the Five of Michael. What is this? Anyway, I'm after to clarify the Queen of Pentacles. But this is what I'm saying. The 6 of Michael and the 2 of Michael is about, because any individual that you try to date that you've known in the past, all you're going to do, my dear Taurus, is getting into disagreements with them. So you might as well not even do it. You might as well just stay away from them and move on to other people. This is more evidence of that. The world, the King of Gabriel and the 5 of Michael speaks to how you have the rest of the world to explore and find who is a good match for you. When I say, let me explain something to you. This is the thing that a lot of times people misconstrue. When I say explore, I'm not talking about hanging out with this one and that one and ripping and running around. When I say explore, I'm talking about finding who is a good match for what you want. I'm not talking about hanging out with everybody and running wild, okay? I'm talking about, you know what you want, you know what you're looking for, and I'm taking into consideration that there will be a couple of mishaps, because some people whom you meet may not obviously be the type of people that you want character-wise and other ways. So I'm taking it into consideration. You may end up having to meet a couple of people. Now, I'm not saying that, and try it out a couple of times. I'm not saying that you are intentionally doing it, but I'm saying that a lot of the times you may end up finding out that this person just made a very good impression. But then when you find out more about them, they may prioritize whatever a little bit too much. And you may find that your value system is not the same value system as theirs. So, when you have the world, the King of Gabriel and the 5 of Michael, you owe it to yourself to understand what you want and then go and see if someone has what you want and they're willing to give it. And they want that same thing like what you want as well. Past that, all this exploring, because sometimes I need to make myself more clear, because all this exploring and ripping and running around and doing this with that one, I don't recommend that. But that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. Yeah, I'm coming up on 19,800. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Peace.